People, welcome back to my channel. I'm broadcasting Borderlands 3, and we're gonna get back into it. I gotta admit, I'm very impressed with this game. Now, I've seen a lot of reviews because I decided to check out some reviews where people start crashing on character developments, like especially like Ava. She's a young teenager. Everybody's, was like, well, storyline is garbage and all this other shit. But, well, let's explain that for a moment. Let's just take a moment to understand a couple of things. Ava's a 13-year-old teenager. And the problem with this is this, or these reviews. Unless you are a parent and you're dealing with kids and the bullshit that they bring to you, you cannot understand the aspect of how a rebellious teenager operates. But in this story, she's acting just like a rebellious teenager would act. You understand? She's mad, she's pissed off, she lost her mentor, she's lost her parents in this game, she's upset, or in the whole storyline, she's upset about it. Well, of course she's gonna be rebellious and gun-ho and all that good shit because she doesn't have any wisdom to know how to handle shit any better. And people need to understand that. Now they keep trying to compare her to Tina, who is now grown in this version of the game. Well, it's just what it is. I mean, what Gearbox, I give Gearbox great props in 2K for this. This is a good game. Absolutely good, hands down. And the criticism that you're receiving they're receiving from it is garbage. It's just being honest. Alright? I mean, it's good story plot, it's good storyline so far, and it's fine. But the aspect of where they're rolling off on Ava's character, like, oh well, she's this and that, she's a whiny bitch and all this other shit. Well, she's a teenager. What do you expect? See, then people who are grown that are making these reviews need to take a reflection back to when your ass was a teenager. You thought you knew every fucking thing under the sun, and you were stronger than Samson. You could just take it on. But as you get older, you make mistakes. You learn from the mistakes, and hopefully you don't repeat them. And then from that aspect, you start gaining wisdom. You can be as smart as a whip and very book smart and very intelligent, but if you have no wisdom, it doesn't really mean shit because you don't have no skill to apply. And that's just one point that I'm making. I mean, it's just interesting, all the flack and the feedback. I'm like, well, what do you want it to be? Do you want it to be a looter shooter game, or do you want it to be a fucking soap opera? I mean, if you want to watch a soap opera, then turn on Guiding Light or whatever the fuck is playing now and in the year 2000 in the fucking 21st century. Whatever the hell you want to see. But I'm just saying, there's no purpose of people being so damn upset about it. I mean, Ava's functioning just like a teenage girl that's dealing with loss and can't handle it because she doesn't know how. And that's just the point. And to compare her to Tina from Borderlands 2 when she was a kid, well, that's just not a fair assumption. I mean, different strokes, different folks. I mean, Tina had some of the other Vault Hunters and others that been her support system to understanding and handle that shit. Well, Ava, she's a new character. It's hard to say how you're going to bond with her to get her through her tough times. So people need to understand that perspective. And Borderlands 2, and then when Roland died, I mean, yeah, it was devastating to her, which made for an excellent plot. It works out good. Just like when they start talking about how Handsome Jack lost it because you killed his daughter Angel, and he really went ape shit and lost it? Yeah, of course he did. Angel was his daughter. It was the last thing he had left to his wife. When Angel lost her shit, she killed her mom. You know, this is just how this shit goes. And after that shit, you know, Jack tried to protect his daughter. And when he lost her, yeah, he lost it. He cracked. It makes a lot of sense. Because now you're dealing with a man that's angry and doesn't have a fucking thing to lose, and he can give a shit less. Good plot story. Well, those kinds of plot stories could be based off of real life. If you lose every damn thing that you love, well, you don't have a problem making brash decisions anymore because you don't have anything to lose, so you don't give a shit. Makes a lot of sense. But anyway, that's just something I was just sharing because I've seen people bashing this game because of that shit, and they shouldn't, man. This is a good game. I'm not deterring anyone from playing this game. Listen, this game, you could pick it up, brand new copy for like $39 or $36, or you can get you a used copy with your GameStop card for $10. Pick it up. It's worth playing. I'm just telling you. It's 2020. It's worth playing. If you got a regular Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox X, yeah, pick it up. No big deal. It's a good game. Get your hands on it. Get back into it. Man, I want to see more Vault Hunters out there. Now let's get into it where we're going to talk about the character I'm using. Now, this is the first character that I decided to go with. His name is Zan. And yeah, Zan, right? Yeah. Any Farscape fans out there? If you are, you know what I'm talking about. Zan. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, so far, I'm running him on, let me think about where I'm at right now. Okay, I'm on Eden 6. Okay, my aspect of Eden 6 is this. Just as well as any area you're running on, because I'm going to have to go back to Pandora and go run around there and unlock some other areas that I have not unlocked yet and see what I can do. Okay. So far on this, the first place that I ran was over here. The Anvil. Okay, what I feel about this, when you get to this point in this game, the Anvil, yeah, go in there and run in there a couple times. And the only reason I'm going to say this is this. I mean, what I'm going to say about the Anvil is this. This is definitely a good area to sit there and farm and get guns and get weapons and get, you know, shields and every damn thing else that you need in there. And even if you don't need that shit, just keep running in there to sit there and get your level up. Because right now, my character is at like level 23. And I mean, I ran to some of these other spots and shit and completed some missions and all kinds of other things. Because what I'm going to say is this. This game is a looter shooter. It's got a good storyline. And the basis of things is this. You want to run in your unexplored areas and keep running them. And in those areas, you're going to run into mini bosses or, you know, certain key characters or OP characters that you can sit there and take out and get some good loot and good shit, good money, and all that stuff. Like I said, you're talking to S Dragon. I'm the casual gamer. I don't have as much resources to sink into this, but do make no mistake. I know that my video grain is choppy. Forgive me, people. I'm going to get me a capture card and make some damn changes pretty soon. I've seen some out there. I'm just going to pick one up and use that be better to give a direct feed for my channel so that it'll be pretty smooth and look a hell of a lot better than what it does. And do forgive me, I'm just being honest. But anyway, as far as the story is concerned, right here, using Zan. And things I want to talk about, like this, the social. And yep, you can still go online and find your daily shift codes, plug them in so you can get the golden keys. And you have the index box with your emails. And how that actually works is that, you know, if you sit here and you use a certain brand of weapons and you keep switching off from them and using different ones, and you sit there and you get enough kills with those in there, these companies in this game will start sending you different weapons and shit. Now, I'm talking about the Jacobs company that's part of the storyline and all that other shit, and Torque and all that good shit that's part of Borderlands. You use them, get enough kills, they'll put some stuff in there. Sometimes you can get you some legendary items. Sometimes you can get you some epics. Sometimes you can get you this and that. Same thing, this is just how this rolls out. Now I'm not really having an open network for everybody to get involved because I'm trying to level up this character, and the people that seem to spring up on your board are super OP, and it's not worth a damn. You're trying to figure it out yourself. Now let's see here. Let's go into so right now I'm at level 23. I've got some legendary weapons that, you know, level 21, 19. I'm changing it. Now this weapon I like. Okay, it's just the Dial company, they build you something you want. And generally most of their weapons are not going to be based off of any type of elemental damage, which is fine. That's fine with me. But, you know, this particular rifle in this set, man, seems to do well. And the beauty of it is that you can flip it off. Where, what I mean by that, if you sit there, you flip the switch, now you got burst round. Have a good one. If you go, wait, let's see here. My rescuer in the flesh. Okay, one setting is burst. This setting is fully automatic. Gotta get back out there. You can already see up in there in the corner. You burst it. Probably zeros and more. Then if you sit there and do it this way, it zeros and less. But you go burst, you get more magnification. But all it does is once it switches off the burst to fully auto. Fully auto, of course, you know. If you know military terms and how that goes, I mean, you're sitting there just letting it rip. Burst, you can sit there and get 3-round burst, and it's pretty good. Now the thing about these weapons that you gotta understand, they don't have any elemental damage, which is fine. But if you sit there, you got burst rounds and hit cats, well then hit them in the fucking head. You do that, you can knock out shields pretty easily. It really doesn't make much of a damn difference. It's not gonna be stopped. Just keep letting it happen and keep ripping into them. You'll be alright. Now I got this submachine gun here. And when you're running out here on Eden 6, yeah, you want a weapon that has acid capability. Corrosive capability. That seems to work very well out here on this planet. Certain other ones that you can run around on, certain other worlds that you're rolling with, you may want something that has, you know, energy damage or lightning damage or whatever the hell they want to call it. Or shock damage, because that one has an effect on shields. Then you have down here, you have fire damage. Fire damage works well on people that don't have absolute shields and shit, but as you see, this thing, yeah, radiation, that works pretty well on just, OP characters that are just strong. Doesn't matter about their shields or not. You just keep hitting them off, man. You'll start burning them and shit like that. You have others like, frost element and shit like that. I think my recommendation would be you get you some weapons that you're comfortable with, and then you can sit there and switch off or have each one elementals that you want up on the board in your weapons. At this point in time, I don't have that going on at this point, and that's fine. But then you can do the combination situation. You get one because you're going to run into people who also carry shields just like you do. And the best thing I can say is that I can say it this way: get one that does, lightning elemental damage, and then when you knock off the shield, you can hit it with something that hits corrosive, or you could just hit it with something that's just got high-powered, fucking ballistic projectile damage, and you can roll that to knock your enemy the hell out of there and do it as fast as possible. Now, probably the best one for that, hands down, probably be anything that has to do with sniper rifle. And I got a shotgun here. That's one. The thing about the rifle, the sniper rifles, is sniper rifles can sit there and knock off shield regardless, because it's a high caliber round coming in there and knocking somebody the hell back, and you can use that pretty efficiently. And you need to keep that in mind. It's great for knocking off shields on any damn thing, to be honest. And it really doesn't matter if it has an elemental damage or not. Some aspects it could be better. But some aspects, if it just does straight up hard damage, if you hit headshots, you'll melt down shields anyway. It doesn't make no difference. Now, if you're dealing with OP characters, like big brute type jokers and shit like that, well, then you look for their weaknesses. Like, you got characters in there that can launch like fire assault and acid bombs and freeze bombs and electrical energy and shit. That's fine. When you're dealing with some of those enemies and shit, they generally carry backpacks with exposed areas, and you just need to just hit those off. You don't really need to concentrate the fire on the character. Concentrate on their backpacks. Take it out. Yeah, it's like the Division. Concentrate on their backpacks, and that'll do the damage for you. Just like you got others that can zoom in and out of reality and shit, just like the Flash from DC Universe and shit like this. Phase in and out everywhere. They also carry a backpack with a canister. Hit that canister, knock it the hell out, and you'll melt their ass down quickly. You don't have to worry about it. Now, as far as how many guns you're going to carry, alright, you're going to start out with 2. 2 slots, and then the rest of it will be locked out, except for your shield and your grenades. You get those right off at the bat. After you get to a certain level and do enough stuff, you unlock your 3rd weapon slot where you can carry 3 weapons. And after time, you'll knock out enough shit that you can carry 4 weapons. Yeah, just like the original games, of course. Also, you know, when you got your little add-on over here, or whatever that you want to add on, because you got your shield, and then this, I don't even remember what this is called, but, you know, it's like one of your modification packs that you can add on here, and you can pick those up throughout the whole game world. That'll unlock, and then you can, one of your boosters, that's what I'll call it. This down here is your grenades. Now here, you gotta understand something about this character. Once you sit here and you start slotting your special skill points, because you got one that you can slot on one side and then the other. If you slot that on there, then you're no longer tossing grenades. I think you can disable it and take it off. If you go into management and get rid of it, then you can go back to throwing grenades. But to be honest with you, don't do that if you're using this character. Just leave it as is, because there's certain skill sets where he could actually fire off a grenade when he's sitting here shooting at people and reloading and all that other good shit. So in the end, it could still work out good for you. So you might not want to sit there and 86 it just yet. And he has a lot of good skills, man, that I'm unlocking at this point in time. As you can see, I've freed this joker right here. Now see, these are quick points where you can actually go back to Sanctuary whenever you want to. And I'm going to do that right now. Now understand something about Sanctuary 3. You can unlock that in a short time of playing the game. It's going to happen. Then you can run around on this ship. This is pretty much your basic aspects of operation. Every damn thing else that you do is planet side. Versus the first 2 games where you were sitting here running around on Pandora. This one, it's more expanded out, so you can run around all over the fucking place and do what you got to do. Now when you come here to this point on the ship, this area right here is your spread. You have a vault where you can store plenty of items in there. And how that would help is if like you pick up items that your character doesn't use as for another character. If you choose to unlock that or play with it, well, they'll have some shit to use from that point on. Just putting a couple things up there. Shotgun, sniper rifle. Now I'm just putting some of that stuff up there just to have in my room. I'll probably change it up, but these are some of the legendaries that I picked up along the way that I just decided to put up there. You can, that's just how that goes. Sorry, I got a submachine gun up there. I'm just doing that for the hell of it. For the aesthetics, I guess. And here's this area right here. Now understand this. As you play along in this game, you'll pick up items. Or you can go down to Z and pick up some more shit. Almost look like a stormtrooper or some shit out of Defiance. Got the Ronin style, I like that one. Or the Wanderer. You can pick up skins just like everything else. Yeah, regular Zan. What it came with. Atlas Classic. Ectoplasmic. That looks pretty cool. Electric Avenue. Hot Rod. Yep, Into the Fang. I mean, in the Flag, I'm sorry. It's an interesting look that you can run. Mud. You can change your colors up however you want. You got emos. Change the theme of your little pad that you carry around. In retrospect,
new threads, new look, new me.
sometimes here you can pick up weapons and items that you left on the battlefield that you weren't going to use. You can pick them up there. Constantly dropping some shit. See, now you look at this weapon. That's, even though it's a rare, it's not as strong as my legendary, so it's not going to do as much damage. The only damn difference is it holds more rounds, and I'm not going to use that. That's just more shit that I can sell. Wow, there he is. I was looking for his ass last night. Shit. We got 0. Oh my god. We got target boards. That's nice. I never even looked over here last night, but I see what it is now.
My sword is so sharp. I wonder how many men I can cleave at once.
Sounds like he has psychological issues. This is the wanted board, obviously. You go in here and pick some cats out, talk to Zero, and you can go bounty hunting. Which is good, because there's lots of cash that can be made off of that deal. Takes you up to the front. Okay.
What you want? You lost or just nosy? This here's a black market, so buy something and get it.
Now, this is crazy, Earl. Now, if you see this point says 322, what's gonna happen in this game after you go into the very first vault that you're gonna do? You're gonna be granted a weapon that you can sit there and smash those you can smash these stones that you see in the game.
Finally!
Let me think about what this shit is called. Everybody probably knows better than I do at this point in time, because
My damn novel.
let's see here.
Don't just stand there. Buy something.
That's what I'm looking at. Iridium shards. Okay. Iridium shards. After you go into the first vault, you're going to be given a tool that you can use to break iridium shards off of, big crystallus that you see on certain planets and shit. They're going to be purple. You can break those. On other aspects, you also have like treasure boxes and shit like that are covered in them, and you smash them off of there. You can pick up the treasure that's inside of the box on top of getting shards of iridium. And you bring that shit in here and trade it with Earl.
You can knock on the door. You want a damn prize or something?
Or mean old Earl, or whatever the fuck you want to call him, because he's a hateful old bastard. But you can buy skins and shit like this, and that you can like look at this one. This is Zan, I guess. Amp stamp, which looks like the Flash. I'm not gonna sit here and use any copyrights, but that shit looks pretty cool, so I'll probably buy that later on. But you can sit here and buy a skin. That's pretty cool too. Stealth. That's actually pretty nasty. But you can buy all kinds of shit from here. Lumberjack. Or what they call hunting season. Now, a lot of things that aesthetics you're gonna pick up. And these are just the ones that you can sit here and actually buy. So you have plenty of things to change your hunter out as far as their loadout, what you want them to look like. So keep it in mind. So they got that Spider-Man, Miles Morales look going on right there, right? Hold on a second. But anyway, you can buy this stuff from just going on planets and busting up iridium shards. You'll see big crystals all over. I'm about to sit there and try and get, plenty of them. It also unlocks emos, different types of shit for your little tech that you got going on. A potato foam, which is like a box of fries. Power surge. Psycho. Agent Dr. Zed with the blood. Loaded spikes. Loaded sprinkles, my bad. Gold is the grave. A little deadheads on there. Deadheads. Yeah, y'all know who I'm talking about. Mr. Garcia and the Grateful Dead. And then one is this says Borderlands. Got that. That one's pretty wild, tropical. Oh, space cats. Trinkets are the things that you can put on your weapons. Dead fish. Almost looks like the Punisher. Claptrap. Like that one. Alien life. But you got so many aesthetics here. Last ride with your fat lady on there. Interesting. But here you can sit here and buy, oh yeah, you can buy weapon skins too. Change the absolute outlook and look up your weapon however the hell you want it.
Next time, there'll be traps.
But you can even sit here and buy stuff like just regular weapons if you get enough of this currency together. Like, look, that's a nasty machine gun, but I don't have enough credits to buy that one. So don't knock on Zed because you can get some nice shit. And now my aspect is you can buy things along the way when you play the game, but you don't want to go all the way out doing that. Not in the beginning until you get up to like level 35 or 40 or whatever the hell you're comfortable with. Like here, golden keys still use the shift codes that you could pick up online or whatever you do. My aspect is that you get some, just save them. Let's say if you get mid-level like in your 20s, maybe you want to use them. I don't recommend it. I used one already. But you can pick up more shift codes to sit there that you can roll through there and pick it up. Then the golden keys work just like every damn thing else. The higher your level is, the more intense your weapon will be for whatever level you're at. So I do admit I picked up some golden keys. I picked up some keys and I picked up some legendary weapons off of this thing. What I did in the other Borderlands, I picked up some legendary weapons that were pretty OP for a while. And this is all about a question of your own judgment of what you want to do. See, if you pick up some legendaries or some epic weapons out of this cache that you're gonna use, you're always gonna make plans that you're gonna use it for quite a while, because there's no point in wasting a whole bunch of keys to do it. Even though you can go find some codes and put some more keys in your little thing, you know, you might want to wait till you get up to a certain point, certain level to sit there and do that. That's just my honest opinion on that situation. Now here, this is the board I was talking about, I have been talking about. As time goes on, you're gonna have to spend money to have more storage slots in your backpack. Your bank, I've got plenty of slots for my bank. I'm not worried about that. This is for your, you know, lost loot spots that you have. I have like 10. That's fine for right now. But you really want to concentrate on is here, because as you go up, of course, it's going to cost more money to sit there and level it up some more. And all the rest of these shits right here, which are ammunition slots. Definitely want them ammunition slots to come up, especially if you're using submachine gun, an assault rifle, okay, handguns, shotguns, sniper rifles, rocket launchers. So I'm only holding 18 on my rocket launcher at this point, but I'm fine with that. I don't really use that at this point, and I'm not utilizing that. Now I'm here to dump some shit off that I don't want. sometimes like this comes up. The thing about the ship that's different from running around on ground on levels is that the ship weapons that you buy from your exchange, when you buy it from the ship, it's tuned to your current level where you're at. It's always tuned to the level where you're at. So if you're level 23, then you will have level 23 weapons.
Well, you can read.
If you're level 50, you'll have level 50 weapons. But as you see, the price has increased though, and they're like fucking $5,000 now. I mean, it ain't no big deal. This is how Borderlands operates. Just like the other aspect, whenever you get higher up in level, you
Hiya.
the cash that you draw out of boxes and treasure boxes and everything else will become higher. Sometimes you find some nasty shit stashed on your own boat. And here's another interesting area. You can hit this slot machine and you might win some more iridium that you can use. Or you can hit these other slot machines as they seem to go up in price as you go up in level. And that you can gain some better weapons or you can gain some absolute cash or any other shit. It's a roll. But if you got plenty of cash, you can keep doing it, and it ain't no big deal.
You're a hero. I know you.
I feel like... I don't know, never mind.
This is the chick everybody's crashing on. Name's
So,
Ava.
You gonna finish the thing?
And she's a teenager. And if you haven't been a parent and don't understand, you can't really understand anything that a teenager's thinking. Even if you go back to the aspect of when you were a teenager, well, it's a whole different story. I'm sorry. But this is a verbatim of the ship itself. This is your new sanctuary that you can run around on. Interplanetary travel and all that good shit. Now see, this is my vault. No, this is my room for my character. I think these other rooms are for other characters that you decide to buy, purchase, and unlock. Well, actually, no, they're for the characters that are main. That one's for this character that I have now. This one will be for the other character, and that one will be for the other and the other. Now, I'm about to go back to where I was. Now I'm gonna show y'all how to do that again. When you get in here, you hit your Y button or whatever button for orbital view. Orbital view, I'll give you the planets that you've explored so far. Like Pandora is there. Okay. Promethea. This is another planet I've unlocked so far. Athenas. And Eden 6. I'm going back to Eden 6. I can go to the Anvil, which I've unlocked. I'll Floodmore Basin. But as you unlock more areas and on the planets that you have, and then you can explore different areas and shit like this. And what I'm saying is, you're gonna hit the vault pretty early in this game, and you're probably gonna be like a level 18 or 19. That's fine. I actually turned in level 20 while I was just running around in there. Once you beat that boss, then you get your skill. And when you run on Promethea, that's where you're gonna sit there and run into the first vault that you unlock. That's part of the story mode. And then you're gonna get your tool where you can sit here and smash up all the iridium crystals that you see on all these other planets and start collecting shit from that. And anytime you pop out, pop back in, guess what? Everything regenerates, boxes regenerate, and everything else. So keep it in mind. This game is about doing a lot of grinding to get your level up so you can unlock all your skills, or enough of them to make you pretty devastating. But the guns look pretty fucking cool too, so I like that. Actually, I'm very impressed with this game. They've done a lot. Gearbox has put a lot into putting this one together. Now, as you see here, on certain planets, it's like your minimum requirement level was 20, so you're gonna have weapons that are gonna be in your level 20 situation. And there's nothing wrong with this. That's fine. Some of them are gonna be quite devastating, give or take, or whatever. But I'm pretty set as far as I'm concerned about my weapons right now. Say I'm like I got level 19 here. It has an item score of 267. This is 284. It's 285. This 304. This as well as your shields are not as high as your weapons yet, but they'll get there. And I also noticed, man, if you go to these weapon exchange and shield exchange areas and shit, you sell enough shit, and all of a sudden after you get out of there, man, all your fucking ammunition gets maxed out almost. I'm just saying. And these are, your presets. Like what that does is that incorporates with your skill set of what you got going on. So it actually adds some points to your skill set. See, like right now, I'm not really concerned that this character Zan can throw grenades because now I have everything slotted with skills. And really, this is where it's pushing you to use your skills. Just as well as I bought that damn helmet from Jed or whatever, the grumpy old bastard. And you're going to pick up more aesthetics as you run along in the game, just like the other games that you played in the past. Same deal. But I'm building this one up just to see what I can do with them. Now, I've seen people playing that they're OP with this cat, and it built up some serious skill sets, but I'm just doing it, and I'm probably, like I always do, on a balance. Should go. And honestly, this skill set right here, where you can put your clone out there and shit, your clone can do some pretty good damage. And as you sit there and start slotting up the points in there, your clone will do a lot of damn damage. Drop the clone, everybody's attracted to him. You build him up, he can be pretty OP. And they're not gonna kill him off like that. That gives you a chance to sit there and run around and start shooting people in the back. That's how you work this character. He's pretty much an in and out character. You understand? Unless you got a good damn shield. And we'll get back to that also. As far as I'm concerned about shields, any shield that you can have that can give you a high capacity shield and good health, but it tells you that it actually drops health shards and shield shards. Don't put that shit on your character. Reason being is you can do that if you're playing in multiplayer. That could work out well because people could sit there and go run across it and pick it up. As you get hit, you generate this shit. But the problem is that you're generating this shit, you're losing your shield pretty quickly. And fuck that idea. But that's also been in all the Borderlands games. You don't want that type of shield. Or you want one that if you kneel down, it'll form a fucking front shield in front of you. You can do that. Or you want the shields that have a good capacity, that can regenerate pretty quickly and constantly keep regenerating. You want that. On this character particularly, I got skill sets set that my health will regenerate as long as I stay out of the range of fire. That's what this character does. What others do, that's hard to say. I haven't played as all of those yet. But even when I played Borderlands 2, I played at 0. And he had some particular skill sets that kept him rolling pretty good. Now, like, when you look at my class of stuff that I've unlocked, I don't know what level I have to be to unlock that final area. Probably maybe level 30, 28, give or take, I don't know. I'm just saying.
If you don't buy it, your enemies will.
Sell off some shit that I don't use. I don't have a problem with handguns, I just don't use them that often.
I'm hungry. Just wanted you to know that.
Lining your pockets won't make them bulletproof, you know.
Ciao for the time being.
You'll know you've gone full crazy if them psychos start to make sense and you talk to yourself underground.
As you can see,
Swamp madness!
I only have like 28 slots to sit here and keep weapons and shields and all this shit on, and grenades and all this basic stuff that you carry around as your character.
See you around.
Anything that you have equipped does not count for your backpack carrying other items. As you can see, I got 4 types of fucking weapons right here, and that's what's carrying up the slot. Everything else that I have equipped does not count, which is nice.
Feels like we ought not be idling about.
You can't have too much health and shields. Buy some today. Heck, buy some now.
Now you don't have to worry really much about legendary. You're gonna pick up legendary stuff as you go along, fighting bosses and mini bosses and everything else. My aspect is you shouldn't have to buy in too much of this shit. But if you made a mistake and what you have is just not comparable to what you want, then you can sit here and start dredging through the situation, see if you can find something better. Point being, I had a devastating shield that I like, and I traded it up. It regenerates pretty good, but if you get hit and it's deplenished, then you better get in the cover so it'll regenerate. There are some shields in here that actually absorb bullet fire and all kinds of shit, and some shields that you have will actually reflect back, like elemental attacks that they're hitting you with. It'll reflect it right back at the enemy, which is pretty good. It's give or take. Like I said, I was on here on the board. I've set this up more to a private network for the simple fact that when I was running on the board and people were joining my game, man, they were already OP, and they're sitting here dropping shit that I can't even use at this point in time because I'm not high enough in the level. And I'm not against that. That's people giving you a handout, but you can't use any of that stuff. You'll end up selling it to get you some better shit, and that's just how this works out. You know, and then they want to challenge me. There's no purpose in challenging. I'm gonna lose because I'm not strong enough. That's not saying I won't put up a good fight, but if I'm not up to your OP level, then what difference does it really make? It's a losing battle. This means that I fought pretty hard before you kicked my ass.
Ciao for the time being.
Don't get shot too much now.
Now the NPCs in this game are pretty interesting, man. They got some serious wild storyline.
I do so cherish these moments when I can be alone with my many bone-shakingly brilliant.
Now, as you can see, this is this is wild because this is a laid out like 3D world completely. Oh, and the other thing that I want to talk about are like vehicles. Now this is your vehicle generator. Now here's the deal. If you want your vehicles to improve, and shit like that, then what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to go out there on foot and wait for your NPCs that are coming around, or your enemies that are sitting here driving around in vehicles that look pretty OP. Then you're gonna have to run up on that shit and snatch that shit and throw them out. Then you're gonna have to sit here and drive that vehicle into one of your vehicle rear up points. And when you do that, that's gonna go into your database, and then you can sit there and take your vehicle and add more shit to it. Give you an example like this one. See, if you roll it normally, you just have this rubber tire that's on here. If you sit here and you steal one, then you got the hover wheel, which will have like electric power and shit going through it, and then you can like run into shit or run over things, and it will actually destroy it. Guns and things like that, same basis. You got to steal a vehicle that's actually super equipped with it. What I have so far, my little unicycle motorcycle situation is got this heavy booster, sonic blaster. That's just my norm. And I got set for sonic blaster. That's the second thing that I've unlocked on there. You can also change up the aesthetics of your color however you want it. But like I said, you steal vehicles that have better shit than what you have, and then you ride it into your catch a ride station. And then after that point, you can roll it however you want to. This is pretty much my go-to at this point. I got, you know, armor that's on it. Changed up my tires to something a little bit more durable because I picked that up. Haven't picked up the engine yet. I have to sit there and start hunting around and find it. But as I went through there and unlocked it, it unlocked a couple of paint schemes that are available. And like I said, the rest of this shit, these aesthetics, man, that make it look good and shit, these are going to be from vehicles that you steal. Forgive me, I'm not used to all the areas I'm running around in here.
Deathbringer is also my middle name.
Interesting. As you can tell, I picked up a legendary weapon just messing around in there. And that's the beauty about playing this game, man. Everything is interesting. You can pick up some good shit. But everything's based on grinding. Keep grinding, you pick up stuff. Turn over trash, bones, turn over everything that you can. In fact, don't leave any spot in this game unexplored. I'm just being honest. There's always something to be gained. See, I don't even know what this is unless this is an area I can go run into eventually. So I don't even know what's on that very top floor. Let me try it one more time before I move on. You'll get used to controls of the vehicles after a while. As you see, I can't take it with me anymore. Ooh. Now this is where we're rolling on Jacob's estate. See, what we have going on in this game is all of the people that created all the weapons for you come from all these different planets where they did this. Now, when you look at this planet that we're running on currently, this is Eden 6. Well, Eden 6 is swampland and all this good shit. It may have great vegetation, but it's a perfect place for a penal colony. That's what this planet actually has on a penal colony. Because even if you do escape the bars, well, what's outside into the world will kill you. Generally, that's pretty much common. Let's think about back in the days when we had Alcatraz Island, when we actually used it as a prison. Well, what was out there in the harbor for your ass? Sharks? Interesting, right? Yeah. Shit that, well, even if you get off this bitch, well, the wildlife out there will kill you. That's pretty much what it was set up for. Alright, I mean, it wouldn't be no different in certain prisons are set up out in the middle of a fucking desert. Well, the climate in which you're not used to could kill you. Unless you're a fucking survivalist. The worst one is over in Russia towards the Ukraine. They got this prison colony that's in the middle of fucking iced up tundra. Be honest with you, they're not worried about sitting here running you down. Which means, in perspective, if you escape and you live, well, fuck it. You deserve it. Because your ass is running through an icy tundra. And if you can accomplish that, well, you're a bad motherfucker. That's pretty much what they're stating. And if you don't, well, it's too bad for you. You gave it a shot. But like I told you, man, I'm fixing to pick up a video capture card so I can put some better videos out there. I know what I have now is kind of choppy, and if people sit here, you're tuning into it, it's because you tolerate me and shit. And you don't have to. I appreciate you giving it a look over. I am trying. I'm doing it all off of a budget, and I'm trying to make it happen.
So the whore reaches for the cash. I knew you'd come. A vault hunter's loyalty is always for sale. Come to the manor and you'll get your money.
Too much money and not enough blood? You're at the right place. Come back soon if you're still kicking. Shoot more, shop Marcus. I'm drunk, and I know you're drunk too, and that's why you're gonna sit there and let me have my say. Here it is, my say. I ain't the one, Monty. I ain't the one. You're getting older, who knows how many years you got left, so you're thinking about your heir. Well, that Clay's the man for the job. He's the son you wanted all this time anyway. What a sight. A reformed smuggler leading Jacobs into the horizon. Me, I'm gonna live my life. I ain't much of a gunslinger, and all those bastards out there, that means I ain't a Jacobs. But this ain't Alistair's doing, do you hear me? It's my say. About damn time I had it.
To mow down the Calypso's followers along the way. Followers, servants, all nearly as dispensable as vault hunters.
Got me a job held by the witch. Up to no good, I'd wager. Well, hey there. I'm Merle.
Some of that Louisiana bio shit.
Warlock of the 7th day left, practitioner of the fiery arts. Got me a right problem with this witch lives down Bogway. I think she broke the bat. Need you to go help her out with some chores and see if you can't find out what she's up to. Her name's Azalea Splinters, right crazy buzz out. I need you to figure out whether she done broke her vow to the pack we's in. And that's packed with a capital P, mind you. Super secret heavy occult stuff.
Now, you definitely want to gather as much cash as you can. Because the point of it is like this. If you get killed, you got enough cash to revive. So it's still based off of the old school situation.
Sing a choir.
Are you seeing this? Open your bloody eyes!
Pop your head wide open!
Crack! A new chapter in the saga.
Puppet! Oh, pretty, yes! It's my design! And you're the mule! Screw you, mule! You're gonna get purged, heretic!
The Vault Thieves continue to wage their assault on our way of life, now assisted by their so-called B team. This B team is considered armed, highly dangerous, and likely delicious. Eat up, brothers and sisters!
This next one goes out to a very special Jinx Club, whose rocket ride almost hit the Vault Thieves' butt. So close. We'll remember you!
As their foul, bloodthirsty pursuit of villainy continues, the Vault Thieves have slain our ally at operations, Kanagawa Jr. But this will only serve to strengthen our resolve and our steadfast alliance with our new corporate sponsor. It's time again for our hashtag free-to-slay challenge royale. 100 followers enter, 1 follower leaves. Now, with the recent Psycho transaction controversy, I'd like to remind everyone, we'll never introduce paid-for gear to lend an unfair advantage. Cosmetics...
Alright, I'm checking out now.